sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil. As it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. On the Denver sideline, you get a look at their head coach. He's got his defense playing well. They enter this one coming off the shutout in the win a week ago. On the other sideline, the Colts head coach, Shane Steichen. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in week 2. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olsen, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Indianapolis. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Out come the Colts, and they are led by their big quarterback, who's trying to find his way in the NFL. Year 3 for Anthony Richardson out of Florida.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. He certainly wasn't expecting no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better.
No turnover here. On the guards, able to get the football, get on it to keep possession.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, Richardson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Richardson. Pushed out to his left. Now he takes off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10.
For a Colts.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. Rush to hit, and this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. John Franklin Myers. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing is Richardson. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. They'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Sanchez on the punt for the Colts.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
A run now with McLaughlin. And this is a slight improvement over the previous. There's not a lose yardage. Not gaining any either. It's third down. Moving to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes. On fourth down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. Different quarterbacks, a couple different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule. And that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of these teams to throw, it's Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll serve for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And he can't get it. And they rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. Headed left, buying time. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with a fake spike, but it does not pan out. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and that'll set up 4th down. And now he's not spiking it, it's a fake. That's going to be caught. And he is going to have the Broncos 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. And this will not be a spike. He faked it. So, halftime straight ahead. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same. We get set for quarter number 3. Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this 3rd quarter begins. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember, Clark to his right. He will air this out, looking for Sutton, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big one there to start the
Snap is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
A run here, it's McLaughlin. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple yards short of the 1st down. That's a pickup of 8. Out to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the ground. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
They'll try to run this one in. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's fourth down.
A 24-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Anthony Gould now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jets. We'll also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part of the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. This one is going in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. That is the first touchdown of the new year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
We've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and give themselves this big win?
Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. Whoa. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. There he goes again. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll run here. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. He'll run, and he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play. Work to do, the crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9. They'll drop to throw. First time they've worked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
13 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. Throwing is Nix. On the move left. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal. Defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
On second down, it's Nix.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. How it changes the feeling coming into this week?
Yeah, it certainly does. And if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. Best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out. Will they be able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Here's Taylor. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. That one over the middle to the tight end. He's got 1. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. The clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the gun on third down, Richardson. That is brought in. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
1 yards, the gain on the play. That's good for a Colts.
So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. Just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to this week. We start in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Bengals are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And for those wondering if Christian McCaffrey still has it, watch. He gets a seal here and a seal here, and off he goes. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Washington Commanders. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.